Hey everyone, it's the Triple Net Dude again. So I got asked by a subscriber on YouTube about how I got started in commercial real estate. And so I will let you know how that came to be. So way back in the day, a bunch of decades ago, I worked for Mike Orcutt, Cowabunga Incorporated, Domino's Pizza. I worked in all facets, including store manager. And while the pay was good, the hours were long. And after I did that for a while, I was looking for something different to do. One of my friends owned a landscaping business, and he sold that business and went into real estate. I'd always been curious about real estate back when watching the Carlton Sheets videos when I was a kid growing up. And so after Domino's Pizza, I owned my own restaurant for a while and then stopped doing that and then went back to driving part-time for Domino's Pizza. Well, one of my older driver friends there had been approached by a commercial real estate developer to buy his old coin laundry. And it was a big 25-acre assemblage, going to put a new Publix on it with about 600,000 square feet of retail. He asked me to look over the contract. I was newly licensed in real estate. And after the meeting with the developer, the commercial developer called me on the phone and said people typically only catch one or two outs in the contract to extend it or get out of it and still keep the earnest money if the development deal doesn't work. If they're really good, they catch 3 or 4. Well, he said I caught I think he said about 11 outs in the contract, and no one ever done that before. And so he offered for me to go assemble the other parts of the land on the commercial real estate deal from the other property owners. And so I kind of cut my teeth the first couple of years working on assembling those land parcels. And then the real estate cycle changed where it was you could buy it cheaper than the cost to build it, the real estate cycle. And so then I went to selling large apartment buildings for clients in commercial real estate, and then I eventually landed into retail properties. And since I already understood businesses and how they operated and worked, that was a better fit for me, and I enjoyed it a lot more dealing with retail shopping centers and single tenant retail properties. And from there, my business just grew over the years, and I stayed as a buyer specialist on the buyer broker side, and then started buying my own properties. I've owned an apartment building, I've owned a retail shopping center. Now I own single tenant triple net properties, and you can make money thousands of different ways, but it's truly about the life you want to live on a daily basis. It gives you happiness and the journey of life that you want to go through. And for me, that's single tenant, and that's why I focus on that. And today I have a syndication where accredited investors invest with me passively, $200,000 or more, limited partners at a time, and we buy each property cash. And these are typically single tenant properties with shorter term leases at higher cap rates that throw off higher yields than brand new developed single tenant triple net. So anyway, that's the gist of my story and how I got to where I am today. I hope you guys find that interesting, and feel free to ask me some more questions about triple net. And you can find me on this channel, NNN Dude, and also at triplenetinvest.com. All right, thanks a lot. Have a good one.